Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my dear learners? I think you are well with the grace of Almighty Allah. After a long time, I have come here again before you to start your class again, because in the meantime, we have finished the assignment from the students of class 6, 7, 8 and 9. Though today I have come here to take a class on voicings, a few days or a month ago, I took a class on voice. So there I take 3 classes on voice. Today I will take the number 4 class on voice sense. Dear learners, so let's go to start our today's class, voice of imperative sentences. Dear learners, in my last class I take a class on imperative sentence of active voice, how can it change into passive voice, and the number 3 rules. There are 5 rules in imperative sentence. I am taking the class for 3 class now. 3 rules. I am taking class for 3 rules. Now I am taking the rules number 4. Okay, number 4. Imperative sentence start with never, can turn into passive voice as follows. Number 1, at first let is set, then number 2, at first let not is set, plus object of active voice becomes subject, plus then set ever be is set, then first participle form of main verb is set, okay. Dear learners, you can look at the board and observe the rules perfectly and clearly. Now I am going to a example, okay, such as I can write here, never tell a lie. So how can we change the sentence into passive? Look at the board and what I will do, you must be follow me. Okay. According to rules, at first I have to write let not. Okay. Now I have to write the object of the active voice. Object of the active voice is a lie. So let not a lie, then I have to write ever be. Okay, ever be. Let not a lie, ever be. Now I have to write the past participle form of main verb. That means what is main verb? Main verb is tell. So let not a lie, ever be. The first form of tell is told. My dear learners, I think enough clear about my transformation and how can I change it into passive form of active voice. Dear learners, I will take another example for these rules. Here I can take another rules. Never hates a poor. So according to the rules I can write let not a poor ever be hated. Learners, I think you are clear about the rules and very simple and easy it is actually. So if you follow my rules and regulation perfectly or eagerly, that time it will be clear to you. So be attentive to my class. Okay. Dear learners, now I am erasing the board and going to the another rules of imperative sentence. Here I am sorry to say I did not write the title of this today's class actually. My today's class topics is imperative sentence. Now the number 4. Active voice start with main verb plus personal object such as me, him, her, them, me, him, her, them, you, him, etc. can change into passive as follows. Okay. Now I will write the rules of changing active voice into passive of imperative sentence. At first I have to write let. Okay. At first let will be said, then direct object direct objects, object will be subject plus B will be set here. Then number 4, first participle form of main verb will be set plus then for as preposition. Okay, as preposition will be set. At last I have to write the personal object. Okay, personal object. At last personal object will be set. Okay. So dear learners, I think you are something clear the how can we change the active voice of which start with personal object me, sorry, for not personal object, actually main verb plus personal object, main verb plus personal object. So let's go to the examples. Okay, such as I can write here, buy me a shirt. Buy me a shirt. So how can I change it? So at first I have to write let and object, direct object. This is actually direct object. Let a shirt be, the first participle form of the main verb is buy. So main verb of the buy is bought. B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. Now as preposition I can write here for. Okay, let a shirt be bought for. Now I write personal object me. Okay, number 2, I can write here another example, pluck me the flower. Okay, so let the flower be plucked. Sorry, I can write here plucked. So let the flower be plucked. Plucked for me. Okay, my dear learners, I think you are understanding my lecture and my topics because it is so clear and I am trying to present it to you very simply, and that is why I hope you will be able to understand my class easily. Okay, actually imperative sentence of active voice is finished here. Now I am going to the interrogative sentence. Okay, dear learners, if you follow me very attentively, the time it is clear to you to understand. So I will request you to follow my lecture and keep with eagerly to my lecture, and this is actually beneficiary for you, I think. So now I am going to start interrogative sentence. Today I will discuss about voicings of interrogative sentence. The sentence start with auxiliary verb. How can we change it into passive form? Okay. Now I am writing some tips. Actually, the way actually it is not the rules. I think it is the way how can we change it, but it's direct you. It may creates a direction for you to how you can change active voice into passive voice of auxiliary start with auxiliary verb of interrogative sentence. Okay, dear learners. So I think now I can write here number 1. At first interrogatives sentence. At first, the interrogative sentence have to turn or have to write roughly in assertively. Okay, then you have to change it into passive form. Then you have to write the auxiliary verb at first place of passive voice sentence, and at last you have to use interrogation mark. At last you have to use interrogation mark end of the sentence. Actually, it is the direction to change the active voice of interrogative sentence with start with auxiliary verb to passive. So now I am going to the example. How can we change it? Okay, dear learners, look at the book. If you follow me and if you eagerly look at the board and follow my lecture, at that time it is clear to you to understand. Here I am giving some example. Actually, suppose, are you doing the work Are you doing the work? It is actually a interrogative sentence. So how can we change it into passive? So at first I have to do that I have to change the sentence into assertive. So if I change it into assertive, that time the sentence will be stood that you are doing the work. Okay, it will be the assertive form of the sentence. So now I have to do that the sentence will be sentence have to change into passive. So how can I change it? So the work is being done by you. Okay, so at last I have to do, this is actually the rough, and according to my direction I have doing this work. According to my direction I have doing this work. Okay, now the principal work, it is that I have to now turn into it passive form. So here is the auxiliary verb. I have to write the auxiliary verb at first. Is the work being done by you? Now the interrogation mark. Okay, so my viewers and my dear learners, I think you are clear about the sentence. How can we change a interrogative sentence? We start with auxiliary verb, and how can we change it into passive voice? I think it is very clear to you at this time, and if you try to at home, it will be more clear to you, I think. So dear learners, I am going to another example. Okay, for your better understanding, actually I have written another sentence. Have you eaten rice? This is actually the interrogative sentence, and I start with auxiliary verb. Okay, have is actually auxiliary verb here. So if I write it into assertive, and if I write it as assertive sentence, that time sentence will be you have eaten rice. Okay, and if I turn it into passive, that time the sentence will be rice has been eaten by you. Okay, now I have come to the main point. Has here the auxiliary verb, so I have to write first, has rice been eaten by you? Interrogation mark. So my dear learners, I think you are clear about my lecture and my today's topic. So in the meantime, I think I have taken class for 50 or 20 minutes. So it is enough for the 2 days. So I think in my next class I will discuss about interrogative sentence, who, whom, what, and others points. So today that is enough for today. I think you have followed my class attentively and very perfectly. You understand my class, and if you have found any problem, that time you can call me over phone. So till then, Allah Hafiz, stay home, stay safe. Thank you everybody.